Boom, boom, ba ba da, bum, bum, ba ba da, bum, 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 ba da, ba da da, ba ba da da. You know what? I'm doing my best. Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by, having just showcased the VHS release of Tourist Trap from 1990 and the Laserdisc release from 1992. I thought it only made sense to continue the Tourist Trap showcasings, this time coming at you to showcase what I can only imagine is the original vinyl records release of the soundtrack from Tourist Trap from 1979 that was released by Varis Sarabande. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not, but I got this on eBay probably way back in 2012, I want to say, and instantly put it on CD and put the vinyl on CD. This is before, since I got this and put it on CD and made MP3s and stuff, Full Moon has since released it on, I think, CD and also their own vinyl, which has actually got relatively cool artwork for being Full Moon vinyl. But you can't top the original vinyl release, in my opinion. This having the original and still, in my opinion, is still this most superior and my favorite cover art for the film, which is the original theatrical poster art for Tourist Trap. But yeah, this is really kind of cool. It kind of makes me wonder how rare or how what this original vinyl would go for these days. Maybe I can look and see and maybe not, but after I do this or at some point or whatever. But at any rate, this is what I can only assume is the original LP record release of the Tourist Trap soundtrack. Taking a closer look at the cover here, on the top left we've got the Varis Sarabande logo. Top right, catalog number here, VC81102. In the center there, Tourist Trap original motion picture soundtrack. Music composed by Pino I still don't know how to pronounce his last name, Donaggio, probably Donaggio, something like that. Panning further down the artwork, you gotta love this original Tourist Trap poster art. It'd be really cool to have original theatrical poster of this, but I would imagine that's very, very, very expensive these days. But who knows? Maybe one of the good things about being a fan of obscure movies is that maybe the poster isn't that expensive. But I imagine it probably is to get the original theatrical poster of Tourist Trap these days. At any rate, this poster art has always been awesome to me. We've got the scary mask on the cover, which is most likely designed by Robert Burns, who created the masks for the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface character. Panning further down, we can see that red scarf around this character, which chokes one of the girls to death, of course. Panning further down, just kind of this really kind of makes no sense. It's just kind of exclusive to the poster art, but still kind of cool, like the killer with female hands here and red long painted nails holding this camera with the reflection of a young scared victim girl reflection in it just before the moments before her blood curdling demise, no doubt. And we've got a little blood kind of interesting, like dripping off her fingers and actually kind of dripping out of the camera lens, which is really kind of cool. Taking a look at the back of the LP record sleeve here, we've got just white. I mean, this definitely screams 70s, so this is probably original LP release, I would imagine. Once again, on the left corner, Varis Sarabande, on the right corner, this and that. And unlike the this and that catalog number, unlike the cover, this one underneath actually features the word stereo, which is really cool. And I gotta say, if you haven't heard the music for this film in stereo, you definitely owe it to yourself to do so. We've got Tourist Trap there, original logo starring Chuck Connors, some credits there, and I'll actually take a picture of this so you can pause and read all this stuff if you want. It's a little much for me to read, but I'll definitely take high resolution pictures of this stuff so you can hopefully pause and read if anyone out there watching wants to read all this stuff that's indicated on the back of the record sleeve here. But we've got obviously side 1 and side 2 for the indicating the tracks for the record. Quite a few here You know, a lot of them are actually really short, but you know, if you haven't, you know, I'm assuming you're a fan of this film if you're watching this video, but if by some chance you're watching this and haven't seen the movie, I mean, and if you're an appreciator of like film scores, and if you like the movie Carrie and some of the other Brian De Palma movies that would go on to feature this composer's music, I'm a huge fan of Piano's music in the film world, and this is just some really beautiful melodies and themes included in this movie, and this soundtrack. Very beautiful music. Panning further down here, I think this is pretty much standard for LP releases at the time. On the back of this cover art, they're saving money or whatever by having basically the backside of the vinyl record cover basically being in black and white. We've got 3 photos, still photos on the back here. On the far left here, it's the character, I want to say, of Sonny, who's having these items poltergeisted at him. He's already got the little pole in himself there, but it looks like even after he's got the pole in him, they just took it, in the movie at this point, after the pole's in him, he's kind of got a more, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a picture of Sonny right at his death there with the pole sticking out of him. Center here, it's kind of funny because this must be like a behind the scenes photo. You can see Chuck Connors with the axe in his shoulder or whatever, but you can see some guy just standing in the background behind the scenes, part of the crew, no doubt. The chick there probably is the actress standing in the white kind of robe, but possibly another crew member behind her. But kind of interesting to see like a behind the scenes photo, posing as a still photo for the movie with some crew standing behind Chuck Connors. But I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, you wouldn't know that. Then on the far right here, we've got the only, actually Sonny's, I guess, a male character, but since he dies so early in the movie, I kind of consider this guy as being basically the only male character to try to defend the 3 girls from the film, doing just that there by defending the blonde at the end of the film. We can see on the bottom here, manufactured by Varese Sarabande Records Incorporated, 6404 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1127, Los Angeles, California, 90048. Taking a look at the record label here, we've got side 1, a really cool burgundy color here. All rights of the producer and of the owner of the whole work reproduced reserved. Interesting wording there. Copying, public performance, and broadcasting of this record prohibited. On the top, of course, we've got Varese Sarabande, stereo VC 81102, catalog number, no doubt, side 1. And actually this is indicated nowhere that I can see on the front or the back of the actual record sleeve, but here on the label we can see PNC 1979 Varese Sarabande Records Incorporated, VC 81102-A in this case, original motion picture soundtrack, Tourist Trap. Obviously tracks 1 through 12 here can be paused and read if so choose by the viewer. On the bottom here, manufactured by Varese Sarabande Records Incorporated. Very cool, look at this, made in USA. And because it does feature actually more different stuff from side 1, I will show you side 2 of the record. In this case, this original, most likely, record release, the Tourist Trap soundtrack, side 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this showcasing. Thanks a lot for watching. And as always, we'll catch you on the next video. Dun 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 dun. Okay, well, shit. Let's see here. Wah 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 wah. Beep beep boop boop beep boop boop beep.